So, Hare Krishna everyone. So as he mentioned, my name is Apekchhya Lama. So I'll be giving a little bit of whatever I have learned to share among all of you. So let's start by doing a little bit of prayer. So as I recite this prayer, you can just think about everything that you are grateful for today or this whole week, and just remember everything that happened to you that you are grateful for, and you can just listen to this prayer. So, Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakchu Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manovistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Visakhanvitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Bangcha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Pashatya Desatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So today we are learning ABCD. Are you ready? So I would like to start by asking all of you. So as we are all coming in this Krishna consciousness, or as we are going to temple and doing some bit of devotional service, raise your hand if someone has told you, you're too young for it, why are you doing it now? It's not your age to do bhakti right now, why are you doing it now? Yeah, so as you come along the journey of devotional service, you'll get people will often tell you like, you're too young for it, why are you doing it in so early age? Like, you can just wait, when you grow up you will become old and you don't have anything to do, then that time you can do it. Because people have the mindset that doing devotional service means we have to leave everything behind and we have to go to jungle or take sannyas, or leave everything behind, all our relationships and everything, and come to devotional service. So that's what people think devotional service is. Devotional bhakti, patha bhakti is. So we often hear this, and then just a second. Let him sit. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So let's do bhakti at the end. So I'll give you an example. Like Maharaj was mentioning in one lecture that one time one dad and one son was came to the temple, and the son wanted to become a monk. Yeah, so the son wanted to become a monk, so the dad was little hesitating that, why my son is gonna become a monk? He gonna leave everything behind? What? No, he was not agreeing to it. So the monk who was in the temple, they were talking with the dad and the son. The son wanted to become a monk, but then father didn't agree. So the father's point was, he's so young. Look at him, he's so young. He can study first. He can he can study, get his degree, earn more money, and then when he settles, get marry, have children, and when his children is in his age, then he's allowed to go. He can become a monk. So the monk told the father, then why don't you become a monk? You have done everything. You have married. You have done everything behind you. Now your children is grown up already. He is so big now. Why don't you come? And the father was like, it's okay. You can take him. Okay, take him. So, the mindset is that becoming spiritual is like leaving everything behind. So, as we are coming in this community, people will ask us, so what will we defend ourselves by? So, let's think. Let's see the world today. Let's see all the youth. Okay, I'll give you data, statistics. So in America, the problem in school 50 years ago was chewing gum under the desk. We all have done it. And then talking in the classroom, of course, we were there to talk. And then the third one is cheating in exams. So this was the problem in America before 50 years ago. 50 years ago, what was one first number? Chewing gum under the desk. And the other was talking in classroom and then cheating in exams. But now, let's see the statistics today. The three major problems in America is student assaulting teacher, teenage pregnancy, and gun violence. So let's see the range 50 years ago and now. Like a big difference there. Assaulting a teacher, we will not even speak. We're so scared of teachers. We were taught that teachers are just like God. We should respect them, But look at them, they are assaulting teachers. Teenage pregnancy, they don't know what is right and what is wrong. They are getting pregnant in early age. They don't know how to feed the children. And the children are being raised in an environment without getting proper care and everything. And how will the future be of that children and of everyone? We say we youths are the future of this world. But are the youths going in the right direction? This is in America, the country that we all adore a lot. So this is happening in America. And gun violence, they are just giving everything, gun to everyone, and they don't know how to utilize it, and they're just doing whatever they like. So this is the problem now. So now we can see what is lacking here. Why do you think this is happening? So why do you think this is happening? Why are the youth was like that, and now why is this happening? You want to say something? Why do you think that? Why is this happening? Someone wants to tell something about why this is happening?
Spiritual knowledge.
Yeah, that's the point, right? So there is no values. So the first problem is, you want to add something more? Okay, did someone have something to add? Okay, so the first problem is our materialistic knowledge. We are from the range 18 to 30. So most of our life we are studying. Like I'm still studying, and most of us are studying. We have spent so much time in studying. But what for? What do they? Why do our parents want us to study? To get good degree so that we can be successful. So what success? To have a big house, to earn a lot of money, to have everything materially. That's success for this material world. So that's success, and then we are running for it. And then all the education, we are just doing it to earn money, to earn a nice livelihood. But what about all the problems that we face every day? Sometimes I feel lonely, sometimes I have anxiety, I feel depressed. So what about that? What about the problems that I get every day in every situation? How do I deal with it? No one has taught me. My education is not supporting me and helping me to figure it out. What about those things that I'm facing every day? They are telling me that in future, why I'm doing this and why I'm studying? Because in future, you earn money, you'll get better life. Okay, then what about the time I'm feeling now? Why I'm depressed? I'm doing everything, but why I'm feeling so lonely and everything? How do I tackle this problem? So I'll give you another data. So WHO, World Health Organization, it's mentioned that every year more people die as a result of suicide than HIV, malaria, breast cancer, or war. And in 2019, 700,000 people died because of suicide. And among them, like young aged 15 to 29, like among them, suicide was the fourth leading cause of death after road injury, tuberculosis, and interpersonal violence. So the suicide rate is increasing every day, because when life gives you some problem, you don't know how to face it. You want to move away from it, and the solution is because you don't feel anything related to you, you don't feel connected to anyone around you, you are not able to share anything, and then the result is you want to move away, and some of they commit suicide, they kill themselves. Just now also we heard a story like just now it happened in India, like how a girl did suicide. So what are we lacking? Like this is a clear viewpoint. Like suicide happens, someone dies, and we be like, yeah, this is a violence. We have to be aware. Like we have to run some awareness program for it. We have to do something. We have to do that thing. And then the suicide happens, someone dies, and for 2 weeks or so, like there is so like everywhere, everyone is broadcasting about it. Everyone is talking about it. And after that, what? Everyone goes in their own life. Everyone is busy in their own life. No one really cares that what is happening to a girl who did suicide. Who cares now? Because it's done. Because everyone was talking about it, so I wanted to be part of it, so I talked about it, and that's it. That's finished. So this is how our youth is going now, and it's very serious. Like we as a youth, we are the future of our society, and we are not giving like everyone is doing suicide. We don't know our friends maybe going through some anxiety, depression, or something. We don't know. I know material education is really important. Like we have to, I want nice house, I want a big apartment, or I want a nice car, but is that enough? Is that enough for my happiness? Will I really be happy if I get all those things? So that's the missing point. Like material knowledge, it is necessary, but the other thing we have to add to it is spiritual knowledge, spiritual education, and that gives us values. So intellectual education influences the head, but the value-based education influences the heart. So everyone is, whatever we learn in our school, it's just going in our head, we are memorizing it, okay, this does, but what about our heart? Did our heart transform from it? Did it add values in our life? Did it add compassion, humility, kindness to our heart? No, it didn't really. So we can find how it is not fulfilling. Material education is not everything. So here comes the second point, lack of spiritual realization. So spiritual realization, so what is this? So we have been in Bhagavad Gita class for a long time, and we know that we are not this body, we are soul. So when Arjuna is confused, when Arjuna is in the battlefield, he is fighting. Just imagine the situation. They're already like, everyone is ready to fight now. And Arjuna is here confused. Like, they are my family. How can I fight with them? Like, he's bewildered. And Krishna says him, wait. You're not this body. You're thinking that you're this body, and you're connecting yourself with people around you and in the bodily connection, but wait a minute, you're not this body, you're a spiritual soul. And if you everything is already planned. If you want to act, then you will be tagged as the one who was very brave to kill all the Kauravas. Then if you don't want to fight, then someone else will take the credit. That's it. So everyone is already destined, but it's your choice either to fight or not fight. So that was the thing. So we are not this soul. So self-realization is when we realize that we all are part of Krishna. We are soul. We are not. We never die. We are eternal. We are always in blissful, and we are always in knowledge. Sat Chit Ananda. That's our position. When you know that we are Sat Chit Ananda, then external things won't matter anymore. Like here, people are doing suicide because why? Because they are influenced so much by external things. Their happiness are dependent upon external. If someone said you are doing good, then I'm doing good. If someone said you are doing bad, then I'm doing bad. So everything is dependent externally. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita to find that inner happiness, so that nothing can even influence you. You're happy. You're always happy. If someone does good or bad, you know that you are eternal, and you're always happy. So that's the spiritual realization. And if, for example, let's take an example of an ordinary family, like mom, dad, and a child. So when a child aligns with or follow and live under the shelter of mom and dad, then he's gonna be happy. He's gonna be protected. Similarly, we are the children of Krishna. We are his part and parcel, as Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. So if we realize that he's my dad and this material nature is my mom, and then we align with it, we work according to the rules and regulation given in Shastra, then we will also be protected. We will also be happy. We will no longer have stress, anxiety, and the violence attitude and everything. We will always be happy. And that's how the spiritual thing is lacking in us, and that's how we can transform ourselves and also share it to others and transform others, so that there won't be any suicide cases, or at least we can minimize it. At least we can do from our side. Maybe we can just listen to someone who is facing that problem. We can just be their ears for them. It's very serious. Like, people are doing suicide, killing themselves. Krishna must feel so sad. Like, one children is just living their life because there was no one to listen to them. So we can help in some way. That's why this community is there. This ISKCON is there, so that we can all come together and figure out what is the reason that people are in distress, in anxiety. So we can figure out and we can create a better future for all of us and for the coming generation. So the ABCD of the life. So I'll take this. If you think you can, and if you think you can't, in both cases you are right. So this means that the power of attitude. So medical researchers discovered that our thoughts can both hurt and also heal us. So it all depends on our thought. So there's example given here. So patients who think that they are under a good care, and even if they are provided with some sugar candies or sugar pills, they will be better. They will heal. But the patients who feel that it's not, is this really working? If I take this medicine, or is this doctor really good for me? They have these negative thoughts. They may take time to heal, but the people who think that they are under a proper medication recover even if administered just sugar pills. So here it is mentioned that positive thoughts increases endorphin levels, which is very conducive for our health, for our well-being. And also if we think about negative thoughts, if we fill our mind with negative thoughts, then it's saying that it increases adrenaline levels, and which is not conducive for our health and well-being. So this shows that how our mind, what we think is really important. What we think, what is our consciousness really impacts how we act and how we take the life. So I'll want to open the Bhagavad Gita chapter 8.7. So I'll just... So can you please get your Bhagavad Gita and turn 8.7, chapter 8, verse 7.
It's page number 351.
351. Okay. I'll just read it a little bit. I'll just read the translation. Therefore, Arjuna, you should always think of me in the form of Krishna, and at the same time carry out your prescribed duty of fighting. No, not this. Yam yam vapi smaram bhavam tyajati ante kalevaram tam tam evaiti kaunteya. It's 8.6, sorry, I got confused. Yeah, 8.6, sorry. Yam yam vapi smaram bhavam trajati ante kalevaram tam tam evaiti kaunteya sada tad bhava bhavitaha. Here it says, Krishna says, whatever state of being one remembers when he quits his body, O son of Kunti, that state we will attain without fail. So it said here that whatever state of consciousness, whatever we think in our mind, when we are dying, we get that form. We all have heard of the story of Bharat Maharaj. Have you heard of the story of Bharat Maharaj? He was a very pious king, and he wanted to do, after leaving everything, he went to the forest to do, now dedicate his whole life for the God. Then when he was in the forest, he happened to meet a deer. Like he saw a deer, what we call kid or deer child, I don't know. Deer. Ko bacha ke?
It's your child. Okay.
Deer, the son of deer. Okay. So yeah. So sorry.
Baby deer.
Yeah, baby deer. So he was out of compassion. He thought his mom died, so he thought that I will take care of him. So he took care of him, and one day he couldn't find the deer, and he was looking for the deer. He was searching for the deer, and he just died in that moment. And then when he was dying, he saw a vision of a deer, thinking about deer. He died. So on the next life, he got a form of a deer. So that's how our consciousness saves our next life. So one may say, okay, I'll not do bhakti in whole life, but I'll just think, at the end of the moment, I'll just think about Krishna and I'll go back to him. It's okay, it's so simple, right? So, but it doesn't happen, because just think of a day, like whatever we do the whole day, we'll think that in the night. So whatever you do in your whole life, you're gonna think about that at the end of their life. That's why we are doing this devotional service, devotional process, so that we can train our mind to think about Krishna, so that at the end of life we can remember Krishna and go back home, back to him, so that we can always be happy. So now I'd like to come to ABCD. So I'm going to ask you one more question. So what do you think your thinking is influenced by? Is it something that you are born with, or it's something that you can cultivate, like positive thinking? Is it something that we born with? Like, he was born positive, so I cannot do anything. Is that what do you think? Can you cultivate it? Or what influences our thinking? What do you like to say? Like, what influences our surroundings, such as?
Our family, friends, and
Any other points? Yeah.
If you're not aware, there can be impulsiveness.
Okay. So any other?
Situations we are in.
Okay, that's it. Okay. So here it said that different things, of course, as you mentioned, different things impact our consciousness. So also one thing is karma. So what influence our consciousness, let's say? Our karma. So we already have, what do you think, what is karma? I think you'll know. Umakant, right? Yeah, Prabhuji.
past life activities.
Yeah, whatever we do, like whatever we are doing now also, it is going to add to our karma. So everything we are doing, so karma. So whatever we have done in our past life and we are coming to this life, so it's like whatever we did last life, so the impact is going to come here. So that's going to influence our mindset. So the next one is upbringing. So, growing up, can you name someone or, someone who really influenced you, who really add value to your life? Can you remember someone, like you're really inspired by growing up? Your parents? Like, something that they have added to you, so you remember it, like, my parents did this for me, they were like this, so I'm really inspired that I want to be like that, something. Growing up, okay. Teachers. So what did they teach you that you're inspired by them?
Ways to do good deeds.
Sorry?
Ways to do good deeds. I mean, they don't
Yeah.
ways to do good deeds.
You're going to add something?
Some of our friends who really care to us, they teach us be positive and always be positive in every situation and try to find better solutions.
Yeah. So in sharing my experience, when I was growing up, I was a young sister. So I had my older sister, and I was really inspired by her. Whatever she did, I want to do that. So I remember her, I was very young, but she was always looking in the positive sides to every situation. So I don't know, but I still remember it, but that really inspired me. I want to be like that. I also want to see positive situation in everything. And that I think I will never forget. Whenever I remember someone who really inspired me, then I remember my sister, because she really inspired me to become positive in life, to see, to sit in someone else's shoes and to see situation from different perspective. So I'm really inspired by that. So yeah, upbringing, how you deal with, how you were brought up, so that really helped. And also the next one is association. Association, the people you surround yourself with, that really impacts your consciousness. And the last one, what impact our consciousness is our choice. So in every moment, you are given choice, either to, example, associate with someone who likes to go club or something, or associate with someone who likes to go to temple. So you always have that choice to make. So if you make proper choice, then you always end up with a good consciousness, or you can surround yourself with good consciousness. So these are the things that these are the things that impacts our consciousness and how we think in our life. So now let's come to A, B, C, D. A for apple. So here, A for association. So association. So what do you think, what comes in your mind whenever you see this letter association? What's association to you? Relation?
Yeah, circle.
Sorry? Circle, okay. Wanna add something?
Yeah, just whoever like you associate with, like whoever you are spending time with or being influenced by.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's association. So association means, just in some simple terms, to come together and do something. Like it can be some specific thing that you're doing together. So to come together is association. So as we are coming to this path of Bhakti Yoga, association is really very, very, very important part. Because as we see, whenever we are associating with bad people, bad qualities, like it's just so quick to be influenced by them. It's so easy to acquire bad qualities, like it's so easy, right? Similarly, if we want to acquire good qualities, that can also be done through good association. So we are talking about our consciousness, right? So to make our consciousness positive, we need to associate with people that thinks positively, or that is spiritual. So why do you think association is important? Good association is important.
To make life good.
To learn good things. So good association comes with good consciousness as well.
Yeah, you would like to add anything?
To make sure that you're following the right spiritual path.
Yep, that's another point.
And to also just make you a better person.
Yeah, that's everything is correct. Tick tick. So one, why do we need association? So as we are coming to this Bhakti Yoga, to advance or to progress in Bhakti Yoga, we need good association. So I'm really, I have been practicing Krishna consciousness for almost 5 years now, and when I was back in my country where I couldn't get nice association, people were there, but it was a little far from my place, and I was busy with my own thing. My mind will tell me so many different things, my mind will always tell me, go away, it's okay, you don't have to do bhakti, it's okay, just put it aside, you just go with the flow, let's just do what your other friends are doing, why are you doing bhakti? So my mind used to always tell me that, just leave it, it's okay, one day you're not chanting, it's okay, one day you're not reading, it's okay. So like this, if we don't associate, then our mind will mind will be very powerful, and it will tell us to do things that's not good for us. So association is very important, and there are different types of association. So in bhakti, you can associate with person that has the same mindset. For example, all of us, we are in the equal level, we are associating together. So we have same mindset. So when we associate, we get inspired. For my example, I'm coming to mine again and again. So my example, when I first came to temple, I met Priti Mataji. And then when I was living far, I still live far. But then she used to call me and tell me, where are you? You're not coming to temple? My mind would say me, let's not go to temple. But she would tell me, come to temple. And then, okay. I could come like that. So association is very important, because the mind is always telling you not to do. It's okay, just leave it, just directing you to the wrong path. So association is very important. So and you get inspired by your association. When you are in the same age and doing bhakti together, it's so joyful, and you get inspired. Like, for example, Ansumataji, she reads a lot of books, and we get inspired, like, oh wow, she's reading a lot of books, I think I should also continue. Someone is doing a good chanting, we'll be like, okay, she's doing very good chanting, I think I should also do it. So you get inspired by each other. So in school also, I think bonding is very important in our life. Like, we want relationship, we want someone to be, and in bhakti as well, we have to have the association, we have to create the bond so that we can always be encouraged. When it's not that being in bhakti you always have a straight road. Sometimes you feel down, you want someone to encourage you, and at that time your friends are gonna be there. There is gonna be someone whom I can share my thing, and then when they encourages you, it just boosts you and helps you progress in your bhakti. Like in normal school, when we go, we want some friends. Like I went to school just to meet my friends because they were very funny, and I loved them. I still love them. So I was always there for bond. And in spiritual life also, if you have a good bond, then you will really progress together. Like you'll walk in the journey together. You know what's happening. Because you're in the same labor, you know what's the struggles there, and you can support each other, and you can hold hands and move together. So the same mindset is very like the bonding between same mindset. So if you're coming to temple, I request you actually to make a bond there. Just not come to temple and see Lord. Yeah, that's very good, but then you have to make some friends so that you can stay connected with it, with the whole thing, because your mind is gonna, as soon as you come out of the temple, your mind is gonna say, okay, let's not come again. Like, you will be very happy when you're coming to temple, but as soon as you come outside now, the material energy will just empower you and you'll not be able to think again. So same mindset people. And then the other one is someone who is more advanced. So again, I'm giving my example because I don't have any other examples to give. So So yeah, so I was also just one among you sitting there. So I'm also very new because I was practicing devotional service, but I was not serious. I was not into it. Like, I was doing, someone if asked me, are you doing bhakti? Yeah, I'm doing, it was just that, a casual thing for me. So when I was just a student, so one day I was just scrolling Facebook, and there was, in ISKCON Sydney, there was like modern youth for, Bhagavad Gita for modern youth, like the classes were there, so I just registered it without knowing what could happen or nothing, like just registered it because I just saw it. It was for free, by the way, so that's why I joined it. And then I joined it, and then for a few weeks I was not really like, okay, I have to go, but I was like working and studying and everything, so I was like, okay, I'll do it later. So one day, of course, because I have association, so they encouraged me, let's come to the class, like it's so entertaining in the class when you're together. I think if you listen to it in online, it's like okay, but then it's not that effective. But if you come and join in and be in a room together, you can really feel the vibration there, and you can really change, or you can really feel encouraged. So I came and I joined, and we were in the class of His Grace Ghanshyam Prabhuji. I think all of you know Ghanshyam Prabhuji. So that's how I took association from more advanced devotee, and that's really, really, really empowering. Like when they speak about Krishna, like they have so much love for Krishna already, and then when they speak about it, you feel like wow, like not just by words, but they pour their heart, like they do it from their heart, and that's really inspiring. And you also want to be like them. You are so inspired. You don't know, you just associate with them, and you come home and like, okay, I'm gonna do this now. Like, you get a different kind of push in your devotional service, so devotional life. So it's really important to associate with more advanced devotees so that they can guide you. And as you come, like you also have to take guidance from your senior devotees, so that in life, ups and downs everywhere, so you don't know what to do, because we're not fixed. Like even Arjuna, there is Krishna for Arjuna. So in every step of our life, we need someone to guide us. So we have to make mentor, someone we trust. We can share our like all our ups and downs, and they can guide us. So this is for more advanced devotees. And the other one is somewhat junior to you, like not junior, but then someone who is younger than you or something like that. So that's how we associate with these three kinds of people in spiritual life. So it said that great leaders had some very good company in their life. So I'll give you an example of Gandhi. And he mentioned in one of his books that when when he was young and he saw a drama of Lord Ramachandra one day, he was so inspired that he wanted to move in the path of truthful. He always wanted to be truthful, and that's how he was inspired. So it shows how the things that we watch as well, that we listen to as well, really inspire our motive, or really inspire or to do things that we are doing. So let's go to Bhagavad Gita again, 4.34 now. Here I'm talking about more advanced devotee here.
4.34.
Yeah.
It's 220 pages.
220? Yeah. I'm sorry? Yeah. Anyone like to read? Hare Krishna. You want to read? You have it there?
Yes.
Thank you.
So
You can read.
4.3, right?
Yeah, 4.34. You can just read the translation, or if you want to read.
Translation.
Anything.
Translation.
That one. Okay. Strive to learn the truth by approaching the spiritual master, inquire from his submissively, and render service unto him. The self-realized soul can impart knowledge unto you because he has seen the truth.
So thank you. So here it said, just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. So often when it said that inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. So sometimes we feel like we're coming to a spiritual life, but why do I need guru? Why need I need someone superior? I have Krishna and I have me. I can approach Krishna directly. Why do I have to go through gurus or something? I don't the social medias or have blaspheme gurus so much that we believe that gurus are not that good, So but in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna himself says that just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master, inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. Just like in when we go to school, when we listen to our teacher, when we really want to learn, then we sit down quietly and we really submissively hear it. Similarly, here also is the same thing, right? So we are learning spiritual things, so we need someone. So if someone just gives us Bhagavad Gita, or someone just gives us biology book, then if I think that I'll just read it, I have my mind, I'm very intelligent, I can do it myself. If I read, I may understand a little bit, so-called, I may think that I have understand a little bit, but it's not really that. We want the whole education system is there, the whole teachers are there, and then that's why we can inquire from them, we can learn from them, they can teach us through their knowledge. So similarly in spiritual life also, we need someone to guide us, someone who can show us that this is what you should do and this is what you shouldn't do, and like that you can read Bhagavad Gita, and that will make you more sense. So here Krishna says that approach a spiritual master, or it's like more advanced devotee. So slowly as you come to Krishna consciousness, you will meet someone very more advanced devotee, and slowly you will meet your spiritual master, from whom you take diksha, or you'll take the guidance for the whole life. So this is the one thing. So here, coming back to association, so what it does, all of this does, it gives clarity in our life. So we saw the American children, right, the youth who are the problems there, like pregnancy in young age, assaulting their teachers, and the other was gunshot. So why is that happening? Because they don't know what is right and what is wrong. They cannot separate it. They just think that it's good, so they did it. So they don't know what is exactly right or wrong. So all this association gives us clarity in our right, so that we can know what is right and what is wrong, and how I can lead my life in a right path. So coming back to our histories, we know Bhagavad Gita, Arjun, the Pandavas. So they were, all the story about Ramayana a little bit at least. So when they went to Banvas, like, you know, still they had brahmanas, like like rishis with them, and Lord Krishna with them, to always guide them, to always show the real path to them. They were always guided. Even before, when kings are usually in Kshatriyas, right? Kshatriyas. So they were always guided by brahmanas. It's not about, brahmanas means who are intelligent class of men. So they were always guided by intelligent class of man, so that they can always move in the right direction. They can always go in a right path. So similarly, Yudhishthira Maharaj was always associating with saintly people, so that he was always inspired to move in a right direction, Dharmaraj. That's why he's called Dharmaraj. So another side there is Duryodhana, who is always in bad company, like Karna. He was good in the beginning, but after he was also like sikar of bad association. So similarly, he was also associating with Dusasana and everything, so he was so polluted. Even Pandavas, they were just doing their duty properly in the jungle and doing everything. But here, Yudhishthira having the whole kingdom, not Yudhishthira, Duryodhana having the whole kingdom, he was in anxiety. He was always thinking, when are gonna, like, you know, what are Pandavas doing? Why are they gonna come back after their Banvas and take my everything? He was always in anxiety. So that's what bad association gives us: anxiety, troubles, and we will never be happy. So that's why it is very important to associate with people with good mindset. So who are our role models in our life? Is it some Bollywood heroes, heroine, or Hollywood heroes, heroines? Who are we aspiring for? So as long as we have people like Yudhishthira Maharaj or Arjuna or someone saintly in our life as our inspiration, we will always be inspired to do good things in our society, to change society in a better way, or to share or to learn this knowledge of wisdom and use it in our life. So Sadhu Sangha, this is all association here, all is Sadhu Sangha. So as you Sadhu Sangha. So as you do Sadhu Sangha, you will develop more faith in Krishna, and that's how you can progress in your Krishna consciousness. So now, I'll just wrap this. Sorry, it's so messy. It's gonna.
There is that.
के भएन नत्र It's okay, I'll just talk. So I'll just do this much. There are two kinds of, I think it's too wet, kinds of people, let's say. One is Kakajan. What do you think this Kakajan is? Can you imagine what comes in your mind? Kaka.
Crow, something bad.
Yeah, crow. It's crow. So this is crow. So let's imagine a crow. Crows likes to always live in dirty places. He likes to always disturb others. Like, you know, he's always in a very, like crows are always living in a very filthy places, and it's very, as say, dirty and everything. So these are one type of people. So another is Hamsajan. Do you know what's Hamsa? Johi?
Happiness or something.
Hamsa, joy. The joy, but the Hamsa here is Hamsa, like swan. I haven't seen a swan, but you imagine a swan, it's so white, it always lives in pure water, it's always surround itself with a good surrounding. So whenever we remember Hamsa, it's like swan, we always remember peace, we always remember clean, and whenever we remember of crows, what comes in your mind? Dirty. So if you want to associate with Kakajan, then your consciousness will also be dirty. But if you want to associate with Hamsajan, then you will develop good qualities like compassion, humility, kindness, and everything, because our heart is filled with so much dirty. Like you imagine, you just wake up and then you think and you see someone, your mind will say, look at that person, look at how he's dressing up. But mind is always finding faults in others. He's always mind is always there to find faults in others. He's filled with so much dirty things like envy, jealousy, lust, everything is there. So when we get Hamsajan association, we get good qualities. So Hamsajans are those who are devotees of Lord, because they always had good consciousness. They are always doing things for the welfare of others. They are always thinking good about others. So when we associate with those devotees, then we also acquire good qualities. So it is often said that, this is one life. You can just enjoy. Why are you doing so much things? You can just go chill. Like, we don't know what's happening tomorrow. Like, you can just go and do party or something. Just enjoy your life, man. Why are you here stuck here? So what are you going to say if someone tells you like that?
No one said.
Sorry?
This is my enjoyment.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. Another.
But actually, we don't have an answer, like, with those questions.
Maybe our mind say like, let's go and just try.
Maybe.
They are right in their point.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we don't know how many other lives we have been coming and chilling and doing all these things, non-devotional services. But now that by the devotee's mercy, we get to know this opportunity. So why not be putting all our attention to this?
Yeah. So let's see someone who, we define success as someone having big house, as I already mentioned, big house, nice car, something like this. This is our success. So what they do, big house, and also, have, they do a lot of party and everything. So this is success, where you have big house, everything is settled, you have so much money that you can party all the time. So this is success in modern world. But let's see, are all the people with big house, nice car, and who are always doing party, are they really satisfied? Not really. So it said that some people will learn through experiences. Some people will learn by seeing. Some people will learn by hearing. So if your friends say that just enjoy your life and you're not really interested, then say, talk about devotional practice more better, because you're not gonna be happy at the end. It's just temporary. It's gonna finish at any time. You're gonna die one day. Like, we're forgetting that we're gonna die one day, then everything that we acquired materially, it's gonna go away. So that means that's not temporary, right? So all these things that we define success is temporary. Oh my God, sorry. It's all temporary. And if even they say that, no, I want it, then let them do some experience, let them experience it, and then they're gonna come one day. So now we're looking for a permanent solution. And the permanent solution is by redefining our success. So I'll share you one example. So there was one group of friends. They went to America, New York. So they stayed in a penthouse. So the penthouse was 80 stories tall. So the New York City, it's they wanted to explore it. So they went out and explored it and everything. So as they returned, they saw a big signboard saying, lift is not working, it's under construction. So now they have to walk through the whole 80 stories building. So they were cursing and they were like, oh my God. And then they started walking, but they have to go to their apartment, right? So they walk. They started walking, and then so just by walking, like it's so boring to just walk. So they decided to share some stories and walk, so that when you talk, you forget things. Like you don't really remember the time. So they were walking and walking. They were sharing their stories and everything. But one of their friends, he was not speaking. Like what happened to you? So they asked, like, you're not sharing anything. Can you share something? Like you're weird. Like you're not like this. You speak a lot. But what happened to you now? Why are you not sharing any story? So he said that my story is very. It's a story of tragedy. So he says that we are in the 70th story now. We're gonna reach our apartment, like the room, very soon. But the thing is, I left the key down in the reception. So the point here is, we are building big buildings. As already mentioned, we are doing so much. We are so much, we think that we are successful. We are doing a lot. We are making a lot of technology and everything. We are going in a speed and we are doing everything. But the thing is, the key of happiness, we have missed it somewhere down. No one is really happy. Like it's not that I'm saying it, but you listen to other people who are very rich. They also say that they are not happy. They feel lonely there. They feel, I don't know, one of the actor in America, he mentioned that I want everyone to become happy like me, just to realize that this is not the ultimate thing. This is, what did I tell? Wait. I want everyone in this world to be rich like me, so that one day they will realize that it's not everything. It's not the ultimate goal of life. So reaching high but missing our key on down here, it's not the solution. So what Krishna says in what Bhagavad Gita tells us, the real success is to, like, just trying your best is, is to find happiness within. If you want to build, okay, someone wants to have big house and everything, but it's okay. But what you can do in Bhakti Yoga is you can mold it in the service of Krishna. So I want big house. Yes, you do. Okay, Krishna says, okay, you have big house, but you know what you can do? You can also make a house, little room for me, so that you can worship me there. You want to have a nice car? Okay, you can have it, but you can use it in my service by going to temple through car, or by going somewhere, using it in a spiritual purpose. So like this, you can mold everything material in the service of Krishna. And we can tell our parents that we are not giving up everything, but we are doing everything in the service of Krishna. We're gonna settle down, we're gonna study, we're gonna work hard, everything, but all for the praise of Krishna. And that's how we can always become happy, and by associating with Hamsajan. So this is, welcome guys, this is ISKCON, where Srila Prabhupada has given us ISKCON, a community where we can come together. This Kali Yuga is so much, it's so dangerous. We see a lot of things happening. But whenever I'll talk about myself, of course, again. So whenever I come to this society, I feel like there's no world beyond this. I feel so secure here. I feel like this is everything to me. The sense of secure and everything. I forget about the world. So this is a society where I can come together. I can share what I'm feeling. I can be guided. I can be taught how to acquire good qualities, so that will not only help in my devotional life, but also will help me to help me in my world outside this. So I can be compassion, humility. So I can show that to everyone, to every creature, knowing that I am the spiritual soul and I am the part and parcel of Krishna. I know that everyone around me is also part and parcel of Krishna. So I have the respect for them. I don't want to hurt them. I have feeling of mutualness. We always talk about universal brotherhood, right? We always taught in our school that universal brotherhood. But here, Srila Prabhupada says that without universal fatherhood, how can you have universal brotherhood? So, for example, you're coming different from India, Afghanistan, Nepal. So when you move to another country where there is no people like you, but someday just imagine that you move to a new place where there is no any Indians, no Nepalese, no Afghanistan. But then you're walking by the street and you happen to meet one from your background. What do you feel? You feel a sense of connection there. Why? Because you belong from the same country. No one has told anything, but just because you belong from that country, you share same identity a little bit. That's why you feel that you connect with them. Similarly, Srila Prabhupada says that if we know that our Father is Krishna, then everyone is our brother and sister, and that's how we can implement universal brotherhood by knowing our universal Father. By knowing our universal Father, our Supreme Father, that's how we can develop universal brotherhood and live our life in a sense of having that unity among everyone with peace, with all these qualities and everything. So I don't know, I should talk a little bit about B. Sorry. So the B stands for book reading. So last time we talked about mental well-being and mental weakness. So Priti Mataji emphasized a lot on how we should read books, get knowledge so that we can train our intelligence, and that's how we're gonna move from mental weakness to mental well-being. So book reading is very important because it trains our mind, it trains our intelligence, it gives us knowledge and wisdom through which we can see the world from the viewpoint of Bhakti Yoga, from the viewpoint of Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad Gita, we can make Bhagavad Gita the manual of our life, and we can lead our life by the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, and that's how we can really develop peace, harmony in this whole society, whole world. So if anyone have any question, you can ask.
I don't have a question. I just want to add something that I see from Keshari Swami Maharaj too. As actually I have been experiencing through my own life. When we're reading a book in the third time, we literally understanding what the book is telling us. So don't think like, okay, I'm reading the book first time and that's it, I get all of it. That's just a very, very basic understanding of it. But when you read the second time and the third time, you really understanding what is Krishna talking to you. Especially Bhagavad Gita is a very detailed book that I was reading through English, and I was like trying to understand a lot. I was thinking, yeah, I get it. And then when I'm reading it through my own language in Farsi, I was like, wow, I was missing my country English. And it's still through Farsi that I'm reading through my own mother tongue language. I had to read it again and again till I understand what it's actually talking about. So please don't think like once, okay, twice I'm reading, I'm getting it. No, put it third time, fourth time, sometimes fifth time, and then you will get it. And then that time your eyes will be totally open.
Yeah, so I have another example. Sorry, it's time running. Can I add one more example? We often read books and we feel like, oh my God, what is this talking about? Like, I don't get anything. Like, it's just going above my head. Like, I can't understand it. So I'll give you an example. Like, there was one father and dad again, but another one. He was in the village now. So the dad wanted the son to read Bhagavad Gita or scriptures. So, but the son, of course, being in this age, he don't want to read anything. So he was like, I don't want to read. I don't get anything. But his father insisted that you should read it. So he started reading Bhagavad Gita, but he didn't get anything in the mind. So he was telling his father, I'm reading it, but I'm not understanding anything. So why should I waste my time? Why I'm just reading it just for the sake of reading? I don't get anything from it. So the father said, okay, there is a basket filled with potato. Just take out all the potato from the basket. Just hold it and go to Ganga, and bring some water in the basket. So the basket had a lot of holes in it. So he went, because his father was very strict, he had to follow it. So he went to the Ganges, and then he was trying to bring water. He bought it one time, and he could, of course, the water is going to spill it all down. So he came without any water. So again, his father said that, go again, bring it. And then he again went and came. And the third time again, he sent him, and he went and again come. And he was like, what I'm doing, like, the basket, I couldn't feel any water in that. Why are you just sending me? Why are you just wasting my time, What is the purpose of this? Why I'm just wasting my time because the water is not feeding in there. I'm not able to fill the container with water because it has a lot of holes. So the father said, think this. When you took out all the potatoes from the basket, there was a lot of mud in there. But now as you went to the Ganges, you brought more water and again. Now look at the basket, it's so clean now. So the thing he was trying to say is we feel like we're not doing anything, we're not filling the basket. But the point here is you're cleaning the basket. You're forgetting that you're cleaning by reading the scriptures, you're cleaning your consciousness. Maybe it's not tangible, maybe you forget things, but it really has the impact already. It really already have the impact. It's really cleaning our consciousness now. So if we take it like this, I think it's good. Thank you for adding that. Hare Krishna. Any other questions? Sorry if I spoke a lot. So, Ansumata is going to talk about it next week.
So we need to come back next week.
I think so. So yeah, A is association and B is book reading. And she's expert in it, so she's going to explain about it. So thank you for thank you for listening to me. Thank you so much. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Can you chant one?
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Prithvi Mataji ki jai.
Her name is Apekchhya Lama.
Jai Shri Prabhupada.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Everyone,
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
All in class.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for coming. Now we're gonna thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.